So here I've got an update of my leaf turtle setups. I've moved them back into the turtle room here. As you can see, they're on the top shelf here. Let's look at my spotted turtles. Box turtles got moved over here, but I'll go over those a little bit later. Leaf turtle setups. Actually, all live plants in here now. Before I had a fake fern in there. I put a pothos in here too. Where he is? Oh, he's in his water dish there. I also changed the substrate up a little bit. It still has the New Zealand sphagnum in there. I also added some Canadian peat and then mixed some sand in there too, and just a little bit of topsoil. They do like a very humid environment, and in fact with these setups up here, I've actually got some polycarbonate I stick up here. It's on all 4 panels here. Same thing with the setup that's over here. I cut it out. So I mean, that's not actually screened there. I got little polycarbonate sheets that are above there. That keeps it nice and humid in there. Here we got the other one here too. Thinks it's gonna be fed right now. A lot more active than the setup. I like this real wet environment like this. Good for the humidity and their shell growth. Live plants again in this setup. These are some dried leaves I bought off the internet, and should add some more in there too to give more of a cover on the ground. But I'm really happy with how these little rearranging has worked out. Turtles have done a lot better in this now. I had smaller water dishes in there and they just didn't seem like they liked them too much, so I went with the next size up, and it's working out really well. A couple hide spots for them in here. It's fun adding crickets in here too, watching these guys hunt them. And I've also thrown a bunch of worms in here too. I don't know longevity if these worms are gonna actually live in this type of substrate, just because it is pretty wet. But that's my first leaf turtle there that I got. Very small turtles. And then I do have a light on there. I do not have any heat. This is not a turtle that likes a real warmth. And then this is my other leaf turtle. Yeah, it's got a little bit of like orange or red on the side of his face here. I don't know if the light's gonna pick it up at all. Zoom up. This one loves it when I put crickets in there. And these turtles are awesome turtles for anybody interested in getting into keeping any of the leaf turtles. Pretty simplistic. You don't have to worry about the heat, just worry about keeping them in a humid environment. Hope the live plants, I know the pothos will do really well. And this ivy, I actually had to cut it out. I don't know what kind of ivy plant this is, but some of my parents had given me, and it was wrapping around the tank. That's what I feed them though, is worms and crickets. I think they will also eat some other stuff too. They'll eat some pelleted diets and stuff, but that's what they're mostly readily eat are those 2 items that I'll put in there. So those are my 2 leaf turtle setups. Maybe in the future I'll get some more. Just the ease of keeping them. My experience so far, fairly easy. Up until I had switched their setup around and had them out in the living room, I thought they were doing super well, and sure enough, doing really well again out back in here. So Any questions, just leave a comment below.